What was the biggest difference between playing for Ime Udoka and playing for Joe Mazzulla? Because that turnaround from the 2022 team, man, like we'll never forget that. You know, just the way that you guys ended the season, went right in through the playoffs, all the way to the NBA Finals, 2 wins away, and then all of a sudden, you guys have a new coach heading into training camp. You know, you have to adapt to that. Just tell me, like, what was the biggest differences that you could think of off the top between playing for Joe Mazzulla in that first season and compared to what Ime Udoka was like?
2 different styles. I think honestly polar opposite styles. You know, like Ime is very like tough. I want dog, like, and I want to defend. Like offense will come. Like I just want guys who are willing to play as hard as possible and fight and whatever else and grit. And then Joe's a little bit more like he still is like if you know him, he's crazy as hell. He wants to fight and tough. He still wants that, but he's way more offensively minded. He's way more like I want to get better pace. He want to get better looks. Like don't turn down open shots. Like even the contested ones, don't turn them down. Mm-hmm. And like that's where I feel like I think that it wasn't. I always say like you have to give credit to Joe because like the first year of a head coach put in the position that he was in, that's difficult for anybody. Like you're trying to both keep what was working going while also like putting your own twist on things. And I think that's probably a good thing, not a good thing, but like at the same time, like I think that it was something that was needed to happen for like myself, like for Sam to play, because that fits more Joe's style versus when it was me and him, it's like a question of like, well, Grant got us helped us get there last year, but then it's like Sam is kind of fitting the kind of system and play that I want to play. Mm-hmm. So it's just like, I think that it's just 2 different styles of coaches. And we see that across the league. Like when like a Cliff or like these guys have their Tibbs, these guys have their type of styles of teams, you know, they know the type of athlete, the type of person they want in their system versus like Joe was kind of handed a team. And that's why I think that this year's team has so much success, not just in addition with the Drew ad and the Kristaps ad, but like the styles of play. Like Ime in Houston, like he changed that team around because at the end of the day, he brought toughness and he brought grit to an organization that hadn't necessarily had a level of consistency or style of play. And I think that like both are tremendous coaches. They're just completely different. Like it's like arguing like a Rick Barnes to Nate Oates. Like Rick Barnes is a little more old school, a little more physical, a little more down. Like I want to make the game mucked and ugly. While Nate Oates is like, I want to play more fast. I want to shoot more threes. I want to play more NBA style. Like it's just 2 great coaches. And once they get their teams, they can make the best maximize the potential of it.
Testing my skills on Prize Picks this season is the most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. If you have the skills, you can turn $10 into $1,000 with just a few taps. Use the code CLNS for the first deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
Like I asked you this because, you know, everybody kind of wanted to know when the whole thing happened with Ime and the controversy he had leaving with the Boston Celtics. As a player, one, I know you had to be surprised, but did you guys finally get an understanding? Because that just had to be shocking. It was shocking to me when they just called me overnight saying, Ime's out. Ime's out? What the hell mean Ime's out?
Yeah, I feel like there's more to say, but I can't, we're not going to say. But I would say that
Grant's not talking. Is that what you're saying? Grant is holding something. Josue, hold on a minute.
I guess Langston
holding something back.
I know. Plus, Max, we didn't tell him, man. We keep it on 100 here. We should have put a disclaimer.
We keep it on 100.
That's what we do here.
Langston Worst was right about something. He called me the mayor back in the day. So you know, I'm making this the right answer. I would say that I was definitely shocked because but you have to understand the organization's position. So, I was definitely like bummed and frustrated and didn't want him to leave and a bunch of other different emotions. But at the same time, you tried to understand from the organizational perspective and business side of why it had to happen. And, we all have our understanding of the story and kind of things that were happening and blah, blah, blah. And I always just say, like, I'm supportive of my man because he's one of the best coaches in this league.
This dude is the best, Josue.
Great.
This is the first time
I've ever heard him. He's got a future in politics.
I've ever heard him use blah, blah, blah. This doesn't connect. We just pick that. That's not a communicator, Grant. You know that's the 7 things your mom told you. blah blah blah. What the hell is that? That's from the Simpsons. I mean, really?
That was option D. That was option D.
That group chat must have been crazy. I'll just say that. I'm sure between you and your teammates, man. Because it was crazy 48 hours for sure.
It was a crazy 48 hours, and it's funny because like it's cool because me and Joe had just gotten back from Europe because I took Joe to Europe because I wanted to work with him that year. And then all of a sudden, all this stuff happens.
You're working with the head coach. That's crazy.
It turned out to be the head coach. But then that's why it was so difficult at the time because like I was going through the whole contract and also playing well. And then all of a sudden stopped playing. It was just a weird thing. We talked in Boston, me and Joe, after everything that settled, all the dust settled, and after I was on Charlotte and stuff like that. And like he's always been my family. So like that's something that was great and refreshing to like be able to have your brother back. Because like people always wondering like what's wrong with you and Joe, what's wrong with this, what's wrong with that, and it's cool to be able to say like we're good and moving forward, and like I'm supportive. I've always been supportive of them, but now we're back to where we were.
Take the guesswork out of buying NBA tickets at Game Time. Download the Game Time app, create an account, use the code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem the code CLNS and get $20 off. Download Game Time today. Last minute tickets, lowest prices, guaranteed.